Okay. Hey guys, what's going on? Today, got a good friend of mine from Japan, Shun Kishi. Um, there you go. So I met Shun in 2018 in Houston at the TAP tournament that we held each year. And
Mhm.
we had a really great time, not only just with tennis, but we had an opportunity, some of us American players and other players that were gathered at the international championship to go out and have some fun together. And
Yeah, and a drink.
yeah, we played that one game with the phone on the head with Jamie and who else was there? It was John, and I think Nora was there, and
Uh-huh.
um, I can't remember the other girl's name, but that was a lot of fun. But that was your first experience ever in a international stand-up adaptive tennis tournament.
Mhm.
So, what did you think about the tournament that year?
Yeah, that is a great opportunity for me to see very respectable players from the world, and it's very good to see the American guys. American guys are crazy, but I love the crazy guy. Yeah. To after it, of course, the tournament is very fun, but after the tournament, we go to the take the Uber to the go to the downtown and going to the bar and then drinking a lot and dancing a lot. Really
Yeah,
good experience to me.
yeah. At least we did it safe, and we Ubered. Yeah. But
Yeah.
so tell me a little bit about. I know we messed up the first recording that we made on one of these, but you were describing that you, as a young man around the age of 18, got in a motorcycle accident
Mhm,
in Japan,
mhm.
and that you actually looked at the silver lining of um, then becoming a person with a disability to where it's enabled you to have all these amazing experiences in life. So can you talk again about that just a little bit?
Yes, of course. I lost my left legs at the age 19 by motorcycle accident, and of course, at just the beginning of I lost my legs, it was very shock to me. 19 years old is very young, and yeah, at that time I think I lost my legs, but I just used my legs 19 years. So people use left legs by whole years and 80 or 90 or 70 or something like that. But I just used my legs only 19 years and got lost. So it's very shocked. But, you know, after I changed mind, and things getting better. So after changing the mind, I counted the things. What can I do? What I can do? So not count the word, not count the things I cannot do. I count what I can do. So walking, hitting the board, throwing, I can do that. So I count the many things I can do that. The very after that, I my life is very positive. So and
Yeah,
aggressive.
that's one thing that I really admired about you, that just, from the time in meeting you, Shun, and um, up until now, is that you're just a really positive, straight shooting guy. You'll tell you when, we were in the tournament in North Carolina, that first year, and just because the international rankings at the time, I got a first round bye. And so I kind of got lucky where, I had an easy pass going into the championships, and you had to play the guy that I played in the championships, Damien. He's a great tennis player as well.
Yes.
But you came up to me and said, I'm very envious that you get to play. And that's something that I really respected about you, because just sharing honesty and openness. And I think sometimes in America as a culture that we don't do that, and we express things in different ways, through frustrations, instead of being open and honest and letting people know how we feel. Now, with that
Mhm.
being said, and talking about some cultural differences, that when I first met Ken in 2016, and we started
Mhm.
becoming, more friends with Rico and things like that, and they invited me out to play in a tournament that I unfortunately last minute had to pull out of because of my toe. But we were swapping stories about cultural differences, and I found the symbolism of in Japan that you have the four-leaf clover for the symbolism for the parking for a person with a disability, and then in the United States we have the wheelchair. I know some states have like wheelchairs like going fast, but it's just like a standard. So I found the symbolism interesting. So can you tell me a little bit about the cultural differences on how people view persons with disabilities from Japan and the United States?
Yeah, of course. I lived in the States for 4 years, and at the time, my experience of living in the States, the people respect the person who had a disability. So if the person using the wheelchair, many people voluntarily tell him, may I support or may I help you or something like that. So, but in Japan, people a little bit hesitate to ask the person who had the disability to help him or her. So the most of people thinks the handicapped person, they need help. But if I if I tell him or her, may I help you or something like that, what does he feel something, or people thinks many things before telling him to may I help you. So they hesitate to contact to the handicapped person. That is cultural difference. But I love the United States culture that the people very frankly, hey man, what are you doing, something like that. So they don't worry about that we have handicap or not. So that is a very good thing in the States.
Well, thanks for sharing that. And I think right now what you and Ken and Rico and everyone else that are involved with JASTA, that through tennis, you have the ability to be able to connect with people on a higher level. So now you guys can go out and through your tennis, and to be honest with you, from all the above the knee players that I've seen and played against, I know we hit maybe a couple balls, but I couldn't play. But to be honest, you're probably one of the top three best above the knee amputee players that I've seen, across the world. So, you really have the opportunity now to go out and through your tennis and through, other people's tennis as well, you can change public perception and, a societal view on something through that by connecting through a sport. So I really praise you guys out at JASTA who are doing a great job in Japan. And I hope that that's something that you can help influence and change, as part of your culture. So in addition to tennis, and this is where I'm envious of you as well, I was never a skier. I tried once when I was younger, and I did the pizza, French fry, but I used two skis, and I could turn really well because my amputation's on the right side. So I could turn really well going left, but going right, it would always be where I would, pizza and it wouldn't work. And then I would just crash.
Yeah.
So you actually just use one ski. So
Yeah.
to be able to have that physical fitness and that athleticism and, you must have a lot of potassium in there to keep from cramping when you're going down. But how do you train and prepare for that?
I think the body, the core body, is very important for making a good performance in the sport. So of course, in the skiing, I ski one leg and using the outrigger. Just this one.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's no problem. So you use the support skis that come along,
Yep. I use this trigger
right?
to both hand and with one ski. So of course, I am the left leg amputee, so I have a right leg. So normally turn turn left is easy and turn right is difficult. But training a lot, after the training, for myself, turn right is easier than turn left. So many trainings makes a human being strong. That
Right.
is true.
Right. And no, hey, that's one thing I learned about Japanese culture as well that I admired, that when I was going through some issues with my toes, I know Ken and Rico would send me private messages about pottery in Japan. And I forget the word that they call it, but when a piece of pottery is broken, that it's mended or molded again with, or filled in with gold. So it tells a story and is actually valued greater than something that hasn't been broken. So I found that very interesting about Japanese culture. So I know we've had a great amount of time, like in North Carolina, where we were at Heiser's. We had a lot of fun and we got to visit. And then in Houston, can you just talk to the audience and kind of describe your experiences, but at the same time, the importance for other people to join in participation. And if someone's hosting a tournament, that it's not so much about just winning, but being present to add to the numbers of the people playing.
For the tournament in the States?
Just in general, if there's a tournament held anywhere, that
Okay.
if you're able to go.
Okay. Yeah. The people, once people hear the sound, the word tournament, it's most of the people tournament. Oh, it's difficult. I can't play the tournament, something like that. But for us, adaptive standing tennis is just starting the modality, and just the beginning. The society. So the tournament is not not necessary to get high performance or something, that everyone can join the tournament, and everyone can join and play tennis and make a friend and drink and eat and talk. That is the most important purpose of the tournament, I think. So in the States, many tournaments will be held, and in France and in Sweden and in Japan as well. So many tournaments in the world will be held in the couple of years. So people join us. don't hesitate. So very feel easy to join us. That is my comment to all of the audience.
Right. Yeah, no, that's great. And so I hope this reaches a lot of people and inspires some other Japanese tennis players to get out, and some other American tennis players. I know we have a very large continent, and kind of our structure is a little different than that in Japan and other countries. And that's one thing that I've taken away from learning with adaptive standing tennis, is that each country does things a little bit different of a way. And I think it's really important to communicate as individuals and people how people do things, because you can easily get confused on something because of a cultural difference that you wouldn't expect or understand, unless you know that person, and you get to know that person through the tournament and socializing and becoming friends. So hey, I just wanted to say thanks again for doing
You're
this.
very welcome.
Yeah, I know this is the second recording and we have to do it again. So, but we will do this again sometime. And please say hi to everyone in Japan. And I know
Of course.
I know Cindy and some people with USTA Texas and my other friends ask about you guys. So I'll tell everyone hi from you. And
All
just
right.
until then, take care of yourself and be safe. And, I respect you a lot there, Shun. So you take care,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, buddy. We got it this
Bye-bye.
time. We're good. All right.
Yeah.
Bye.
See you soon.
Yeah.